Last year, in 2021, we made a stop at Dairy King in Commerce, Oklahoma on the historic Route 66. It's a neat place with some good food run by a mother and her son. And we got the story on their patented Route 66 cookies straight from their creator, the son, Charles Du Bois.
She said you had a patent on your cookies.
I do.
Yeah.
That cookies, I don't know,
Where'd you
look
put
at
the
them?
cookies?
I put them in the bag.
Yeah.
That cookie, if you look at it, it has a, I actually made the cookie cutter that makes the cookies. And you see how it's got pressed in like that?
Yes.
That is a two-piece cutter.
Oh.
The letters and numbers are pressed in. Every single cookie is the same. See, all of them are the same.
I see that.
It's like this is the stuff that presses it in is made out of like silicone, so it's soft.
Okay.
And the outside cookie, the cutter, is metal, just like any other cookie cutter.
Wow.
Well, this fits in a block, and it fits exactly so that you get it dead on every single time. So it's a two-piece thing.
Wow.
So you cut it and press those in at the same time. And then that is, I hand paint each one of them with black all vegetable food dye. It's
Wow.
not just plain food coloring, it's an all vegetable food dye.
Right.
And these are actually dark like this because I use pure Mexican vanilla in them.
Oh, wow.
This would actually, depending on how much vanilla I put in, is how dark they get.
Mm-hmm.
This would have a big batch, and that's why they're dark. It isn't because they're well done, and these are just sugar cookies. They're not peanut butter or anything like that.
Right.
If you open that bag, they will smell like a really strong vanilla wafer.
Wow. We'll have to come to him to get the official cookies
Yeah,
here. This is-
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Smell that.
yeah. Oh, those smell good.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
But we go on a cruise every year. Last year, our last cruise was March the 1st, so just about right whenever they shut the cruise line down was our last day.
Okay.
Well, they normally always stop in Mexico on a cruise, so I buy about a gallon or so of Mexican vanilla.
I see.
And I got 40 liters of it, which is a little bit over a gallon. And there's actually different types, and this particular one is a super dark vanilla. It's as thick as syrup.
Oh, wow.
And that's why if you put a little bit too much in it, your stuff will turn really dark.
Oh.
And the longer you let it set, like I make up a batch of dough, between 12 and 15 pounds at a time.
Wow.
And I put it in the refrigerator and I use it, and it doesn't take long to get rid of 12 pounds.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But let's say it's in there for 3 or 4 days, that vanilla sort of, I don't know, it ages in a way that it makes the stuff actually darker.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
There you go.
Well, he's that's very, very neat.
Yeah.
Very neat.
But I actually made a jig to make that cookie cutter with.
Yeah.
That cookie cutter, it had an outside and inside jig that pressed that into that shape. And then I had to make the letters and numbers out of that silicone and then mount them onto that block.
Yeah.
And it fits, like I said, it fits dead on in the center of that.
Yeah. You can see how they're
Yeah.
exactly the same.
Yep.
You did a really good job on that.
Yeah.
That's really
That's why I trademarked it, and it's trademarked for the name, the shape of it. I can actually sell it if I wanted to as cookie dough or cookie mix, and sell it in about 50-some different varieties if I wanted to.
Wow.
Yeah.
It has a list of all the different things you can do with it on the trademark.
Wow. That's really neat.
And it is to scale what the sign was back in 27. I scaled it down. It's about 3.5 inches by about 3.5 inches.
Okay.
And getting it on there, getting these font and everything right, scale, that was a hard job too.
Yeah.
Getting those letters to exactly fit wherever, because you have to make them be the same.
Yeah.
Getting those scaled down was really hard. I didn't know how hard it would actually be to make that.
Well, you know, most people wouldn't think. They would just gobble them up, probably, but they wouldn't think about the detail.
Yeah.
You know, he's really put a lot of detail into that.
But to make that, get that down to scale, all those letters and all that, that was a harder do. And also, I made them as in prototypes. I made the first one a little bit smaller, and they didn't look right, and you couldn't get the US on them.
Okay.
And And then I made them bigger, and they didn't look right. And also, if you make them any bigger than this, I put 12 of them on a sheet pan.
Yeah.
If you make them bigger, you can't fit 12 of them on pan.
Oh, okay. Okay.
See, I didn't know any of that stuff. I had to
Do
find
some,
out.
some math on that deal.
It was just trial and error, and like I said, it took me about a month
Yeah.
to figure out all the different. I figured it'd take about 3 or 4 hours.
Right.
It took
It was a
little
bigger
longer.
job than you thought it was. I can imagine.
You know, first one that I made, first cookie cutter, I just took a round cookie cutter and bent it with a pair of pliers.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't an exact shape like that. It was close, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit smaller.
Right.
And so whenever I started making that, it took me altogether about a month and many different prototypes
Oh, yeah.
and looking stuff up. And then whenever you get your trademark, you have to do research to see what all. So it took a while to do all the research to find out all the stuff about it. And nobody had ever done it, so I did it.
There you go.
First.
That's really neat.
It is neat.
That is really neat.
That's a lot of talent.
Yes, it is. Yeah, put a lot of work into that.